Hello everybody and welcome back to Birthdays The Beginnings, on what some of you have picked up to be a completely new map. So I didn't mention that yesterday. Had some terrible trouble with, as you know, that little lizard guy. I've been trying to work out how to get him to live on the land. While I was doing that and messing around with it, I managed to delete my save file. So yesterday was a massive, stressful, horrible day of quick, get everything back, try and redo all the progress, and that's why it was looking like that. I didn't mention it because I just didn't want to seem like I was whinging about it. Honestly, it was my own stupid fault. But that's kind of what's happened there. I am back at the same stage as I was last time, before I mucked up all the saves. Not a problem with the game at all, it was a problem with me. Okay, so not a problem with the game. I've not had any problems with corrupt save files or anything along those lines. It's just I deleted the file. So, on that note, I hope you don't mind this new map too much. I know it has quite a lot of sea there. I might try and deepen the sea and maybe make a bit more land so I can do more with mountains and rivers and things like that. And that's something I'll probably do today. So, yeah, let's get on with it, shall we? Let's go make some rivers, because I think the grasses, I think this sort of grass here is the sort of thing that our little lizard guys might need. I know I'm probably completely beyond the time limit at this point. There's no way I'm going to be getting the time limit. So I'm just going to relax and see what happens, see what species spawn. As I say, extend my rivers and stuff. I'm actually going to bring the sea up a little bit here. And so I can make a bit of a longer river. So if you excuse me for just a minute, I'm going to do a bit of terrain raising. Oh, I needed to be there really. I'm working out how this terrain raising is working. It's basically the centre of the cursor. Wherever that is, it'll raise that tile and raise everything around it to the same. So say if I put the mouse cursor there and then I raise it up, it'll start raising all those tiles around. So that's actually quite handy. Maybe a little bit of a waste of energy sometimes, but I prefer that. This is all stuff I found out while I was doing the challenge map, actually, ironically. So that's cooled the temperature a little bit around here. That's so handy when you're trying to flatten. And so then what I'll do is I'll deepen the sea a little bit. One other thing I just wanted to address, although I did address it in the comments to those that said this to me, but there is no such thing as land in this. I know it asks for land. There is upland and there is lowland, and that's it. I will go and prove it to you in a second. So those of you saying, oh, the little lizard, he just needed land. No, because land, I'm pretty sure, is a mixture of lowland and upland. I think it's an either or situation, to be honest, as far as I can tell. Okay, so I have now levelled the land out. Just enough. You see all of these sea things that used to be on the bottom of the sea and are now up on the land, like the coral and the stromatolites over there. And I am going to raise all of the land along where I want this river to go anyway, at least by 1, so that it's above sea level. So you want to go like this. I might terraform around it a bit later and sort things out. Make it all this level, maybe. Ugh, did that wrong. So what I want is a river to come all the way along here. And then just to turn at the last moment and go into the sea. Probably one more tile there. And then we'll turn around and go into the sea. In a little tiny waterfall. Just over here. I'll probably sculpt that in a minute. So let's go back to our river source. I will make this into a lovely little river. Probably at least 2 or 3 wide. So if I just pop this away, and I'll put the cursor down by 1. Actually no, first what I'll do is I'm going to make the cursor really small. And I'm just going to really carefully play with these little bits here. Make sure that the river doesn't collapse or anything. And over here, I think I should just bring them up by 1, so it looks kind of a little bit more moulded there where the river's coming in, and widening out. And I think that looks a little bit too man-made, so I'm just going to pull these up as well. And probably here too. So it's kind of like it's widening out, basically. And then it's going to go down a waterfall there. So I want, as I said, I want the cursor to be 1 less than here. I'm going to have a really super wide river with a little waterfall there. Hopefully this is how it's going to work anyway. So that goes down. I've got to be really careful that I don't muck this up somehow, because the water is easy to muck up. And there we are, nice wide river. I actually didn't even realise I could make them this big. It's kind of cool. This actually looks more like a canal than a river, but we're not going to worry about that too much. Now then, as we turn the corner, I'm going to have to do a little bit of messing around with this. I'll have to make the cursor a little bit smaller. Do this in sections. Then I can go back to the normal size, hopefully. Yep. That should be okay at that size. And then we've got our little waterfall here going into the sea. Yay, massive river. Actually, that looks kind of cool. It looks like I've got a canal. A raised little canal there. That's quite funny. I want to see that in view mode. I want to see what that actually looks like. Whether that looks nice or whether it looks horrendously tacky. So they've got the river coming all the way down there. And then going into this big rivery thing here. I mean, I could maybe like soften up the corners a little bit, and that might actually help it look a bit more natural, like it's going around a corner. But for now, I'm happy enough with that, because that's going to mean that lots of different life can spawn there that wouldn't normally be able to spawn in that sort of area. We'll get all the freshwater organisms, etc., etc. Now, the temperature is way too hot. No, it's not. It's way too cool. For what we're kind of wanting, because I think we're wanting about 35 degrees to try and spawn that little lizard guy. Right, so I did say to you guys I was going to show you about the uplands and the lowlands, so let's just show you that. So here we are. If you look at the cursor status, we're on lowland right now. Okay, still lowland, so that's at 2T, 1T, 3T is lowland, 5T is lowland, 7T is lowland, 9T is upland. I don't know if I can find anything at 8T, but take my word for it, I've not found anything that just says land. So I would assume that something that just said land would mean land rather than sea, so it would be upland, lowland, highland, maybe not mountain, which is above highland. But you certainly do need all these levels eventually. But at the moment, something that says I want to be on land just wants to be on land, I'm pretty sure. So that's not the reason why things aren't working. And I am still a little bit confused as to why they're not working, to be honest with you all. So that's why I wanted to make a river, just in case it's really wanting, you know, there's things that grow in freshwater land that I've not got yet that maybe are some sort of precursor to him. But also, I just want to generally play with things. I want to just, like, mess with the temperature, mess with everything, and just see what spawns. So, at the moment, I'm going to... Now, do we have any global warming or coolings? We have 6. I'll use 1 and see how much we get out of it. 33. I'll use a second. Right, we're back to 36. So that's basically all the stuff that making the mountains and making the river messed up. We've got back now, so that's really good. Okay, let's just go out to macro mode and see if anything spawns by our new river, our new big massive river that goes all the way down to the lowlands, which is pretty cool. And it's a really big river as well, so I hope it's going to make a difference. We'll see what turns up. If anything new turns up. Oh yeah, a new thing has already turned up. Let's see if that's a... Oh, it seems to be in the sea. Okay then. In the sea. Let's go and find it. What have we got here? It's in the deep, deep, deep blue ocean. Let's pop down. Please don't tell me it's those fish. No, I want it to be something exciting so that I can show you guys. Right. It'll probably be like a jellyfish now. In fact, that's the sort of thing it might be in this sort of area. All the way down there, look. Wow. Let's descend. I assume it's you that I'm wanting. I feel like I'm going down into the depths of the earth here, trying to get this thing. Maybe it isn't that. I've gone quite close to it, and I'm not seeing the thing. Capture thing. Might not be that then. I just assumed it was, because my cursor was right on top of it. Oh no, it's not. It's up there. What's up there then? Let's ascend. It's a little turtle-y thing. He's got a turtle tummy. But he's blue. Well, I'm quite happy to have little turtle things in my world. It's a Proganochelys. It's an odontochelys that's adapted to cooler temperatures. It feeds on Andriolepsis, which began to move slower as the climate cooled. Cute! You know, it makes it all better, like, when you have something cute. It really does. That temperature isn't going up as fast as I would like. I'm gonna have to mess with the sea a bit, I think. Or lower some of my mountains. No, I can't lower the mountains. Actually, what I might do is maybe pull this mountain back a little. Because what height is this area? I think I have other areas of this particular height. Actually, let's go back into normal mode. This is an upland area. I think I might bring it down. Just the whole thing down. Ooh. That's not the direction of down. We'll just leave it like that, I think. I think that particular pillar is tall enough. I noticed as well, I have a thing to make a mountain range. If I ever need to cool the temperature right down, I'm totally doing that. It's going to be cool. I have a nice flat area. Well, do I have any flat areas left? No. I have a nice flat area behind in the corner over there. I could make a big mountain range on it. That'd be pretty good. Look at all the crocodiles. I'm half expecting one of them to mutate soon. So the reason I'm keeping it at 36, well, the idea is, let's have a quick look, is that this little guy spawns at 35 in grassland. So if I keep the temperature about right, then there's a chance he'll spawn eventually. And his friends are fine. They live in water. I mean, that guy only appears near the breeding grounds of the Diphyodon. So surely, like, that's where he should be living. Oh, I don't know. I'm hoping that the river will help with this. I might try in a minute and see if I can properly birth one, but I've been having trouble with them dying out, so it's almost better to leave them to naturally appear. It's one of these things. When you're not looking for something, that's when you'll get it. Okay, let's see what we get now. Because I was just waiting to see what happened with the river, and then we ended up with a new turtle. I think they're going to be turtles. Their tummies look like turtle tummies. To me, anyway. Shall we fast forward a little bit? I think we should. See what turns up. Nothing else, I'll get lots of shinies. And then what I might do, just as another little experiment, is just raise the temperature by like a degree at a time. At the moment we're at 36.2 and it's a pretty stable temperature. And we've been going for a little while and not much has really turned up. So I'm going to go back into the cube. I'm going to pick up all the shinies again. Shiny, shiny. I quite like doing it this way. You just go around the map as fast as you can. And try and just get all the shiny things to follow you around. It's not particularly accurate, but it's quick. Yeah, that's one of the last ones that's actually obtainable in this mode. There'll be other ones that you can get in view mode. Right, maybe I should get them. There'll probably be ones like up in the sky or down in the cube. So let's have a look up in the sky, see if we can see any. Nope. I see one right over there. So the rest are probably in the cube. So let's go down into the cube. Let's descend into the cube. Right. Ah, nothing that I can see in there. Okay. No, not even anything hiding. Okay, it must be up the top then. Ah, there's one hiding in the mountain there. One hiding... Oh, two hiding over there. Oh, they all were on the surface as well. Getting slightly better at working out which control I need. Now, there's one maybe up in the sky here? No? Let's get like over it and then we'll go up and down. Aha, it's in the sea with the turtles. You're not telling me that those guys aren't going to grow a shell on their back and be turtles. I'm almost convinced they are. The thing that convinced me the most is their stomachs, because their stomachs are like all sort of cross-hatched the same way like a cartoon turtle's is. So that's what makes me think that. Okay, one more shiny to get and then we'll get back to sorting out our temperature. And I want to change it up to maybe about 37 degrees. And then we'll see. Oh, hiding in that tiny little crevice there. What was that? A river source. Oh, well, they're always handy. Because I don't want to run out of items. I've got a lot of things that I need to do here. A lot of waterfalls to make, you know. There's an awful lot of stuff there, I think, because there's a river. There's not a lot of stuff over there, but I think things are going to start to flock there soon. I really hope so. But yeah, I am thinking it would look a little bit nicer if I raised it a bit. Oh, but then I want to raise the temperature. Okay, let's make the sea more sea-like, deeper. Oh, I could just lower some of the mountains. Don't know, let's get back into whatever mode this is, non-view mode. We'll maybe take some of the mountain down in the centre here. I think this at one point was the alien spaceship landing site, but I decided not to keep it like that. I could make another one. Okay, let's get rid of this then. So we've still got some pillars, which is actually kind of cool. I quite like that idea. If I put the cursor about here, bring that down as well. Oh, that's too much. I just want to bring those down in line with... Oh, do you know what I need to do is put it there, for example. Hold right trigger and push it down. Put it about there. Hold right trigger. Push it down. Go to there. Okay, that really hasn't done much, unfortunately, but I think the idea I really want at the moment is to try and start getting areas of different levels without being too craggy, too rocky and craggy. It's nice to have a little bit of that for interest, but this doesn't seem actually very good for the whole breeding aspect of the game, which is kind of the bit you want. So this is almost like rock pools at this point. I'm going to flatten some more of it out as well. Maybe over here. Okay, so that's given them the animals a bit more sort of flat land that they can play with. But I'm still not really doing very well for temperature, so I'm just going to come over here and just muck around with the seabed a bit. Okay, so we've got our 37 degrees. So let's so what I want to do really is make the sea a little bit less of a thing in this. I want to have more rivers, more mountains, and a bit less sea. But maybe have the less sea, deeper sea, if you know what I mean. So let's try again. See what happens. Might not be too much. But what I don't really want to do is go too hot, because then I'll lose my what are they called? Dimetrodons. Oh, they're nearly extinct. Hang on, hang on. When I got some, I've got a new thing. Quick. Gotta be careful when you get new things, because they might go extinct in like 2 seconds. That's what normally happens in this game. Oh, I think I might have missed it. But yeah, those guys are trying to go extinct now at 37 degrees. They're not very happy. These guys seem really happy in their little sort of riverside abode. But I think making some more drier land that those lizards can be on will maybe help them. Right, so you are going a bit extinct, aren't you? Let's have a look at your stats and see why that's happening. Mm-mm. 28 degrees. He's okay up to 41. But it seems to be like a little bit unhappy. Actually, population 100,000. You're still a population of 0. Unbelievable. Really is. Birth moisture 10 to 64%. So we are almost smack bang in the middle of a temperature that it really likes. So it should be there. Hot grasslands. It appeared after the propagation of Paramesotriton and Dimetrodon, which we have both of. And we have all of its friends, all of its crocodile and turtley friends. Just not it. But if we really struggle that much, what I'll probably do is cheat a little bit and use 2 mutation seeds. I'll use one on the Dimetrodon and then almost immediately use one on the Diphyodon and see if we can skip him. In fact, why don't we do that now? Why don't we just be massive cheats? Sometimes you just gotta do things in this life. Well, I'll see how he propagates, actually. See whether this is helping this sort of landscape. But let's use a mutation seed and get him back so that we can see. Actually, evolution seed is what I want, isn't it? So that he'll evolve. I think I used that on the wrong thing. Okay, well, we'll get a new plant. Oh, no. Seriously, stop moving. I think I got him this time. So we're going to have some new plants. And some new animals, possibly. So I'm just going to let it go slowly. Okay, stable population of them. It actually stayed stable for a couple of ticks there as well. So I think he's quite happy at 37 degrees, actually. Let's go find him, though. I wonder where he will be. It's going to be harder to find because he won't be a pink dot anymore because we've already captured him. He'll be somewhere totally random, you watch. We're going on hunt for Diphyodon, so we can cheat our way to the rats. Or mouse, or whatever it is. That I can see the outline of it and it looks like a sort of a mousy thing. Now it was around here one time, I think. So I'm just going to go into his library and make sure that he has a population right now and it didn't just extinct itself. No, I definitely have a population, so I can find one. I've just got to find him. go into view mode. It might be a bit easier to move around. Check up on the mountains and things as well. Let's try Metrodon. Problem is, he's such a tiny, weeny little green lizard. It'd be quite hard to spot. Where are you? Be eagle-eyed. Some guy's over there. I wouldn't expect him to be over. Aha! There you are. Right, I'm gonna mutate you. It's a tiny bit hot. Oh, I need trees. Do I have trees on this biome? Yes, I have a few over there. Okay. Fingers crossed this will work. It seems to be stable over here. Hats. The humidity is too hot, too much for him, really. Lowland, 37 degrees. Okay, let's get over there. Got the cursor on him. And seed of evolution. Stop running away. Wiggly pants. Doesn't want to be evolved. I don't want to be evolved. I want to stay like I am. No, you will be evolved. No, I won't. Yes, you will. No, I won't. Yes, you will. I think I got him. Oh, now you stay still. Just in case. I'm gonna run out of these mutation seeds. Seriously. But I might find that the next few stages of evolution are fine. It was just that little guy. It was really difficult. So we'll see what we get. We got him. Yay! A mammal was born. Happy birthday. That was just such a tricky one. I mean, I think Diphyodon might have stayed relatively okay at that point. I'm not sure. I'm beginning to see the path towards civilization. Mammals are the progenitors of mankind. From here, create a variety of evolutions to give birth to mankind, and civilization will finally come. Our first step towards that goal begins with the birth of Delta Theridum. No. Delta Theridum, I think. It's a mouse that migrated from the forest to the plains. It may seem weird, but I assure you this is completely necessary. Okay, that's fine by me. And Adelobacillus seems to have a decent population as well. Seems to be a comfortable temperature. So it's not the end of the world now if Diphyodon runs out, goes extinct as well. So, conditions for Delta Theridum, sorry. Hang on, that was Delta Theridum before. Not sure. Okay, so 30 degrees. Moisture of 10 to 60%, which we have in some places, and a minimum of 363,600 Adelobacillus. Right, so I think what we need to do now is just keep the temperature nice and warm. So Adelobacillus is quite happy, and then we'll cool it down a little bit. And slowly, because what we don't want to do is to get rid of the trees before new trees spawn. I also want to check if Adelobacillus is okay at 30 degrees. I'm sorry for that huge amount of cheating, but sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. And what I'll probably do is say, when I do a playthrough with 100%, I'll try and not like use as many items as I have done here. But this, at the moment, I am still very much learning what things like and all that sort of thing, and I'm having to try and stay on a certain path. But I'll probably just like be a lot more free and anything goes when I do the next like playthrough of it. So I was just having a quick look in my library for my new little guy who I haven't captured yet. He's okay all the way up to 50 degrees and all the way down to 20 once he's born. So he can go down to 30. And then a lot of the dinos and reptiles will probably die out at that point. But we might get some new crocodiles, possibly. We might get a new Dimetrodon because they seem to be a cool version there. There are some things that didn't spawn while it was warm, unfortunately, and I would have liked it if they had. But never mind. We've got a lot of the cactuses, we've got a lot of different trees that can go in the hot, but we haven't really explored that cool climate yet. So let's go back. I'm quite happy to drop the temperature right down now. As I say, just got to be careful to keep the trees. So we'll maybe go down to like 34 or something like that and see what trees pop up. And we'll try and keep the Adelobacillus population going. It'll probably be fine now. It was just that one thing that wasn't anywhere nice for it on my cube. Okay, so I want to do something to lower the temperature just a little bit. And we want to go and capture our new guy. Right, let's go in view mode because I'll be able to see the pink dots now. So they seem to be quite happy around here with all the little trees. There's a snake. When did you come, Mr. Snake? I'm very happy I have you. That's a Coniophis, a legless reptile that has adapted to very hot climates. It hunts Diphyodon wherever their numbers have grown in abundance. Oh, they're abundant now, are they? He's like a rattly snake from the sounds of him. Where's my little... What are you? You're cute. Oh, are you my first mammal? You don't look like a mouse. Sphenodon. Okay, so that's a lizard that adapted to cool temperatures that Diphyodon could not. It feeds on Delta Theridium. Uh-huh. So maybe it was way too cool for him, but oh well, we managed to keep these guys. At least we're making some progress anyway, even if we're making cheaty progress. I'm hoping that I won't have to make so much cheaty progress in the future. Well, to be honest though, I've run out of mutation seeds, so I've got about 5 left. Oh, so these guys like it by my new river, apparently. They like the fresh water. I thought they were supposed to hide in the trees. What are you doing there? You're meant to be in the trees. I made all these nice trees for you. And you just decided, no, I'm just gonna go mess around by the river. Yeah, that sounds much nicer. I'm a cute little mouse. Well, Mr. Mouse, come here. So we now have mammals, cute little mammals. Yay! It protects itself by hiding in the shadows of trees. In hot climates, it runs away from Diphyodon. And I got a level. Oh, you have an annoying noise. Oh, do you not have an annoying noise? But anyway, we will get some more different mice, hopefully, in the next episode. And, you know, we got quite a few things. We got a blue turtle progenitor thing. But what I might do is... before everything has to get super cool, I might raise the temperature just a little bit and see if I can get a few more species at the warmer temperatures. Because those mice guys, apparently they're okay up to about 50 degrees. So I might put it up to low 40s again just to see if anything adapts. And then I'll bring it right the way down to 30. And that way I can see if I can get his plains brother to appear, and once I've done that, then hopefully we can get some other cool mammals going, and it'll be a very, very different place. Maybe before next episode I might do a little bit of shaping on the cube. It's quite shaped in the middle at the moment, but it's not very shaped to the edge there because I made those mountains last time, and could do with just, as I say, randomising them a little bit, and also maybe making the river look a bit more natural. So I'll probably do that before I record again. But that's it for me, and I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, then please leave me a like. If you'd like to see more birthdays, then please subscribe. I'll let you know when the videos are out. I hope to see you next time. In the meantime, please look after yourselves and keep being awesome.